A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News, coming to you live here on MTV Sports with News First. I'm Shahin Jurangpati. So first we'll start off with a look at your headlines. Supplications made to the gods in Kandy against increasing electricity tariffs. The body of a 7-year-old boy found inside an abandoned house in Kegol. Unemployment in Spain hits 60%. Domingo Silva, who is the 11th defendant in the case pertaining to the killing of 4 people, including Bharata Lakshman Premachandra, was granted bail by the Colombo High Court today. Now, bail was set at 50,000 rupees, while 2 surety bills amounting to 1.5 million rupees was also set. The judge noted that Domingo Silva should not in any way influence the witnesses in the case. Meanwhile, UMP Central Provincial Council members engaged in special religious observances today at the Sri Muttamari Amman Kovil in Kandy against the increase in electricity tariffs. A group including UNP Central Provincial Councillor Sanjeeva Kaviratna engaged in the religious observances. Within 4 weeks, the people of the country took steps to hand over 256 written submissions and 85 oral submissions to the Public Utilities Commission. The chairman of the PUC announced on the 11th that 95% of the individuals had given evidence against the revision. We came here because they disregarded the voices of 95% of the people and based their decisions on the needs of the other 5%. A special screening of Sri Parakum, a film directed by Dr. Somaratna Disanayaka, was held at the Savoy Theatre in Vellavatta. President Mahinda Rajapaksa graced the occasion. The movie is based on the childhood of King Parakumba II, who reigned during the Damodeni era. The movie, which will hit theatres in the near future, is produced by Renuka Balasuriya. We're also making headlines this afternoon. The body of a 7-year-old child dressed in his school uniform was discovered in an abandoned house in Kegol. Police sniffer dogs were used to apprehend the suspect connected to the incident.
The police said that the father of the child had lodged a complaint with the police when the child studying in grade 2 at the Walagamba Mixed School did not return home after school yesterday. Subsequent investigations led to the discovery of the body of the child in an abandoned house in the Nilmalgodavatta area in Kegol at around 10:15 last night. The victim has been identified as Vahampurage Pushpakumara, a resident of the Udukarudupana area in Kegol. The magistrate inquiry into the incident was conducted this morning.
Meanwhile, a 24-year-old man has been murdered in the Bandigampala area in Kaluagala, Hangwella.
The police media unit said that the murder had taken place between 8:30 and 10 last night. The victim and a group of people were consuming alcohol when an altercation between them arose. According to the police, the 24-year-old man was stabbed to death with a knife during the altercation. The police media unit said that 4 suspects were arrested in connection to the murder.
On to other local news, the Department of Motor Traffic notes that the number of vehicle registrations has reduced. The Commissioner General of Motor Traffic, S.H. Harish Chandra, pointed out that over the past 6 months, an average of 28,000 vehicles were registered on a monthly basis. He said that this average amount earlier stood at around 45,000. According to the Commissioner General of Motor Traffic, 5 million motor vehicles have been registered in the country so far, out of which nearly 3.5 million motor vehicles are currently in operation. 6 persons were injured in a motor accident that occurred this morning in the Moragalawa area on the Dambulla Matale main road.
The accident occurred at around 5:10 this morning when a cab collided with a tractor. Our reporter said that the tractor, which was travelling from Mathale to Dambulla, collided with a cab travelling in the same direction. 6 persons travelling in the tractor sustained injuries. They are residents of the Pallepole area in Mathale. The police stated that 2 women and a 4-year-old child were among the injured. The injured were admitted to the Dambulla base hospital, while the 4-year-old child was later transferred to the Kandy General Hospital for further treatment.
Still in local news, a group of 55 people who were travelling to Australia illegally have been arrested by the Navy in Negombo. Navy spokesperson Commander Kosala Warnakula Surya said that the group was arrested this morning in the western seas of Negombo. The arrested, who are residents from the Jaffna, Vaunia, Mullatiu and Puttlam areas, have been taken to the Modera harbour for further investigations. Moving on to other local news, a person died after being attacked by a wild elephant in the Habarattawa area in Balalla, Mahava. The police said that the incident took place at around 10 last night and the victim was a 60-year-old man. Villagers of Mahava, Balalla, Habarattawa, Kambukwewa and Pirangoda charged that they are under constant threat of being attacked by wild elephants. They also say that as a result of wild elephant attacks, their lives and property are at risk. Now take a look back at one of our local stories. Former Minister of Power and Energy Patali Champik Ranawaka says that he has not forwarded any proposal regarding the revision of electricity tariffs to the cabinet. Patali Champik Ranawaka, who is a current Minister of Technology, Research and Atomic Energy, made this statement in a communique issued today. The minister points out that the statement made in Parliament yesterday by Minister Pavitra Waniyarachi suggests that the proposal to increase electricity tariffs was proposed by him as a former Minister of Power and Energy. Minister Ranawaka reiterates that he has not submitted any proposal to either the Cabinet, the Ceylon Electricity Board or the President on the revision of electricity tariffs for 2013. Minister Ranawaka challenges any party to provide written proof of such a proposal.
The cost of a unit of electricity is only 23 rupees and 30 cents. However, the former minister made a decision in the policy he presented that instead of immediately covering the pricing formula to reflect this cost, it should be gradually introduced over a 5-year period. Thereby, the Public Utilities Commission could only allow this price change after 5 years based on the policy decision made by the government.
एक रुपयल 23.30ක ඒකක පිරිවැයට වඩා වැඩියෙන් විදුලි බිල ගෙවන අයවලුන්ට අසාධාරණ ලෙස තවමත් මිල වැඩි කිරීමට
2013 විදුලි බල ආය ක්‍රමය සංශෝධනය පිළිබඳව
If you consider the act, the minister has no say in the revision of electricity tariffs. It is being done by the Public Utilities Commission. On the 21st of January, the Ministry of Finance forwarded a proposal to revise the electricity tariffs. However, we rejected this based on a number of issues. We informed the President through a letter as well. The tariff system which was proposed goes against the norms of power generation, conservation, and from the angle of the people's economic condition, it is wrong to implement such a system. I made my views known to the public. Another tariff system was not proposed as long as I was the Minister of Power. Statements made that I was involved in the new tariff system or that I had submitted cabinet papers in this regard is false.
Well, before wrapping up today's news bulletin, let's take a look at another one of our local stories. Fishermen plying their trade in the Puttlam Lagoon engaged in a protest yesterday.
A special meeting was scheduled to be held at the Puttlam Town Hall under the auspices of Minister Pavitra Waniyarachi, aimed at fulfilling the electricity needs of the area. The fishermen in the area engaged in a protest opposite the town hall. Officials came here and said that they would construct the Norachole power plant and supply electricity to the people of Puttalam. The first stage is finished, however it has collapsed on 24 occasions. Now they are trying to put electricity posts in the lagoon for the second and third stages of the plant. This is saddening because we won't be able to ply our trade when this happens. Our reporter said that the Minister of Power and Energy failed to attend yesterday's meeting at the town hall. We attempted to bring this issue to the attention of the Minister of Power and Energy. Minister of Fisheries, Power and Highways of the Northwestern Province, Sanath Nishanta, who attended the meeting at the town hall, also arrived at the scene of the protest. According to our correspondent in the area, the protesters handed over several letters to the minister. I believe that we will be able to reach a decision which will be fair on the fishermen as well.
And that wraps up today's edition of Lunchtime News. For News First, I'm Shanjurang Pati. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye and take care.